Today's a WRAL weather alert day. We have showers and thunderstorms across our area. I'll let you know what you'll run into for your morning commute.
And tracking those stormy conditions, the WRAL Storm Tracker is out on the roads this morning. We'll check in live for what to expect on your morning drive.
Plus, a deadly crash in Wake Forest. Police say one person was killed, 4 others seriously hurt. What we're learning about the scene on Capitol Boulevard, where officers worked for 5 hours this morning. A lot to tell you about here as we get you ready for a WRAL weather alert day. We're already seeing active storms this morning. Thanks for joining us at 6 o'clock. I'm Renee Chu.
And I'm Jeff Hogan. Thanks for making us part of your day here as we get our Wednesday started. Yeah, it's been active. 4:30 on the drive, and we saw lots of lightning, big light show out there. And Elizabeth Gardner over in the WRAL Severe Weather Center. We're still hanging on to this weather alert day.
We definitely are. Around 2, 3, 4 o'clock this morning, we had a big round of thunderstorms coming through. We still have some lightning up there in Northampton County. And not that we won't see some lightning, but boy, that was a pretty strong cell that moved through. It's on its way out of the viewing area. But more of this will likely redevelop all the way up until around 8 o'clock this morning. We'll zoom in here around the Triangle area, and you can see what's happening here. We just had some rain move through Durham and Wake Forest. Have some showers falling in Raleigh right now, all the way down to Fuquay-Varina. We lift it back up to the north. Again, this is where we had some stronger storms. Nothing severe, but we did have the potential for some hail. One of the cells, as it was coming through Franklin County, looked like it was potentially producing some hail. And then that weekend. Along the cold front, there's been a lot of activity, especially over the last day or two, a lot of severe storms. That will roll through here later on this afternoon and evening and give us another chance for storms. But this morning activity is likely to end around 8 or 9 o'clock. Wind damage and hail would be our biggest threats, but we haven't seen anything severe so far this morning. We'll get a break in precipitation in the middle of the day, and it will turn hot and humid. That could set the stage for a few isolated storms later on this evening. Take a look here at downtown Raleigh from our Jimmy V camera. It is wet out there as that shower is moving across the region. And again, later this afternoon, it's going to be hot with upper 80s. It turns significantly cooler for the holiday weekend. I'll walk you through the forecast coming up, Ken.
6:02, Elizabeth, because of those wet road conditions out there, we do have the WRAL Storm Tracker out on the roads this morning. Laura Levine, along with photographer Charles Bradley, giving us a first-hand account of what they're seeing right now. They're in southern Wake County. Laura, what are you seeing out your window?
Ken, good morning. Right now we are traveling on I-540 East, where you can see the rain really coming down here. We're coming from the Apex area heading into Garner, but still in kind of the southern part of the area here. Looking at the roads, you can see the roads are slick. Even on the side, you can see a little bit of ponding beginning to happen here on the interstate. That's what we've experienced, but nothing too major. The downpours here relatively at this state. We've seen scattered showers across the viewing area, but here in this area, really seeing it pick up here in the last 30 minutes or so. Our windshield wipers here moving at a steady pace. We're going to give you another look at what we're seeing here on the roads in the WRAL Storm Tracker throughout the morning, Ken.
All right, the good news is right now, very light traffic, no incidents to report in any of our major routes. They're all delay-free at this hour. You're getting ready to head out the door, though. Tune us in on the radio, News Weather Traffic, 101.5 HD3.
Breaking news we're following this morning. A person is dead. 4 others are hurt after a nasty crash on Capitol Boulevard near Wake Forest. Ali Kadlubar is at the Wake Forest Police Station now in the WRAL Breaking News Tracker. And Ali, I know you were on that scene earlier as officers cleared it after 5 hours.
Yes, Jeff. And just in the last hour, I've reached out to Wake Forest officials to try to get an update on what caused this crash and also the update on the condition of the victims. Now, take a look at this video from our WRAL Breaking News Tracker earlier of the crash. Now, you can see 3 vehicles were involved, leaving major damage, mangled cars, and shattered windshields. Now, it happened around 11 last night. Wake Forest tells WRAL that at least 1 person died and 4 people got seriously hurt. Now, again, Capitol Boulevard near Wake Forest, it is back open, should not affect morning commuters this morning. We, of course, are working to learn what caused this crash and who was involved. Reporting in Wake Forest, Ali Kadlubar, WRAL News.
A fire destroyed an abandoned building in Durham. This happened around 11 o'clock last night on East Gear Street. The building was fully engulfed in flames, and the fire was starting to burn the woods around it. Crews worked for about 30 minutes to put out the fire. 46 firefighters responded. Investigators are working to determine what sparked the fire.
An Orange County jury will likely decide the fate of a man accused of murder today. Terry McMillan is accused of killing a Home Depot employee. WRAL's Kelsey Coffey is at the Orange County Courthouse this morning. And Kelsey, the legal debate over this is about how exactly that man died.
Yes, Jeff, it is. And a jury will walk back inside the Orange County Courthouse this morning to deliberate. We could get a verdict as early as today. Let's show you the 2022 surveillance video that's at the center of this trial. It shows Terry McMillan pushing 82-year-old Home Depot worker Gary Razor to the ground after shoplifting from the store. Razor spent weeks in the hospital and later died. Today, a jury could find McMillan guilty of first-degree murder, second-degree murder, or involuntary manslaughter. He could also be acquitted. The state says McMillan had intentional malice. The defense claims this was an assault, not murder. In their closing arguments, they say the state did not have enough evidence, no fingerprints or DNA. They also say Razor was not interviewed after the incident. They claim he died from lung disease, while the state says a forensic pathologist testified that Razor died from blunt force trauma. The jury will start deliberating again this morning at 9:30. Kelsey Coffey, WRAL News, live in Orange County.
The storm system heading our way this morning has created 11 reported tornadoes ranging from Tennessee to Alabama and Arkansas to Illinois. This tornado was spotted near Huntsville, Alabama. We're waiting on the National Weather Service to confirm more information about the rating of that storm.
State House lawmakers are scheduled to take their first vote today on a $33 billion state budget plan. The House is proposing larger raises than the Senate for teachers and state employees. They would be paid for by broad job cuts across state government. Most of those jobs would be vacant, but not all. House Republican leaders say the cuts are needed because money is tight. Democrats say the reason money is tight is because Republicans are continuing to cut taxes even as the economy slows down. The measure is expected to pass the House this week, and after that, House and Senate negotiators will meet behind closed doors to try to work out a compromise plan.
State employees will need to pay more for their health care. State health plan leaders are looking to make changes to benefits for 750,000 state workers, retirees, and their family members. That would include large increases to premiums and deductibles. Health care costs are rising everywhere right now, in part because people are living longer. The state health plan is now $500 million in the red. To stop losing money, the plan's leadership says it has no choice but to ask people to pay more. A formal vote is expected later this summer.
Pulling the plug on cell phone use in Wake County schools. School leaders met to talk about their proposed policy requiring all cell phones to be silenced and tucked away. The board tentatively voted to restrict cell phone use in the classroom. They still have to iron out debates over items like smartwatches before this policy becomes official. And some parents are still speaking out against the new rules.
I enjoy the kids having access to the phones in case of emergencies. As long as the kids are responsible at the end of the day, that's what the cell phones were made for.
Still not clear how the district will enforce the policy or if the board will have a physical device to put those cell phones in. The board will vote on the official policy in June.
Redevelopment plans near Moore Square in downtown Raleigh are changing. City Council approved recommendations for a new hotel, an affordable housing complex, and for a Raleigh Rescue Mission building on city-owned sites just south and east of the park. Council members say they're working toward an agreement.
It's a little frustrating, but we're moving forward. We're not being still, we're not being stagnant, where we have been for a number of years.
The city abandoned plans to build a new residential tower near the square for now. Staff cited increased interest rates and declining rental rates as the reasons.
Today, more Wake County High School seniors will walk the stage. Day 2 of May graduation gets underway today at the Martin Marietta Center. A full day of graduation starts 8 a.m. with Wake Young Men's and Women's Leadership Academies. At noon, it's North Wake College and Career Academies turning their tassels. And then tonight at 7, Southeast Raleigh High School seniors and families will fill Reynolds Coliseum for graduation. And there are more graduations at both locations tomorrow, and then starting in June, those graduations will primarily be held at the Raleigh Convention Center.
Mamas, pack your tissues for that. Well, today at Fort Bragg, All-American Week is in full swing. The All-American Hall of Fame induction is this morning at 11. Throughout the week, paratroopers are competing in several fields, including boxing, flag football, tug of war, and cooking to see who can claim the title of Best of the Best. Most events are open to the public.
Carolina Hurricanes are going to have to climb up out of a hole after Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Final. The Florida Panthers came rolling into Raleigh and got the jump right from the start, going up 2-0 in the first period, went on to a 5-2 win. Canes fans at the Lenovo Center say it just wasn't their team's best performance.
They weren't doing the best. They weren't making clean passes. It was a little bit off and just not playing their best.
Sometimes you have nights like that. The Canes will look to even up the series at 1 game apiece tomorrow night at the Lenovo Center. Puck drop for Game 2 is at 8 p.m. And after the game, we have expert analysis on WRAL. We'll break down every pivotal moment, what it means, what's next, and what you need to know. Canes exclusive post-game live airs only on WRAL, 11:25 after every playoff game.
Shot through her door. In an interview you'll see only on WRAL, we spoke to the victim of a Mother's Day shooting, how Monique Wallace is recovering after that life-threatening experience.
And attention parents, a popular high chair sold on Amazon is being recalled with dangerous defects leading to concerns over children falling or getting stuck.
And as you're heading out the door this morning, you won't forget your umbrella. We're seeing scattered showers and thunderstorms across our area. I'll show you how long this will last into the morning commute.
Hey Deb, I want to just wish you the best of luck and tell you how much I appreciate the fact that I got to work with you for 10 years at WRAL. You have had such an incredible career, and you need to be so proud of everything that you've accomplished. You're going to be missed big time.
Deborah, you're an absolute icon, and we will miss you dearly. We've trained you to be a mini meteorologist over the years, but I have to say, you are so incredible. You do this for all the right reasons, and you've set a precedence here moving forward.
6:14, scattered showers as you're heading out the door this morning. We had a lot of lightning overnight last night around Wake County. That shifted into our northeastern counties, but the lightning is beginning to ease up a little bit. Right now, we mostly have some showers, not the intense lightning that we saw before, but a few strikes are now starting to pop up around Hope County. That's going to be moving into Cumberland County. So expect some scattered light rain across the region. We just had a band of rain moving through Wake County. It's still lingering around Wendell and Clayton. And then, of course, up around Roanoke Rapids, you're still seeing some showers. We'll likely continue to see some rain across the area all the way up until around 8 o'clock. You can see that lightning strike there near Hope Mills. We had some rain around Southern Pines, but Fayetteville, you're starting to see some of those showers now. Today is a WRAL weather alert day. Wind damage and hail will be our biggest threats, but neither one of those looks imminent right now. We do have the potential after 8 o'clock to have some nice dry time, and then this evening a chance of storms. We'll take a closer look at that coming up. Ken?
Right, as what's happening now in the WO Traffic Center, we do have the WO Storm Tracker out on the roads this morning. I-40 in Wake County. Laura Levine, photographer Charles Bradley, giving us these looks at what you're seeing this morning. You see the windshield wipers going this morning. As Elizabeth just mentioned, they just drove through some really heavy rain showers, and we're going to keep you updated all morning long with the WO Storm Tracker. We know many of you might be getting an early start in your holiday weekend in terms of travel. You want to check those routes. The good news is all the main routes to the airport this morning delay-free. Whether or not you get to leave on time when you get to the airport, that's a whole other story altogether. But you're getting ready to head out the door. Tune us in on the radio, 101.5 HD3.
A woman is recovering after she was shot on Mother's Day in Raleigh. And this man, Thomas Green, is facing charges for robbery and assault. Police say he shot Monique Wallace through her front door. It's a story you'll see only on WRAL, and we spoke to Wallace. She says Green works on cars in her neighborhood, and on Mother's Day, She says he used power tools to try to break into her apartment. She put her hand up against the door to stop him, and that's when he started shooting.
And then the next thing I know, I felt this excruciating pain I had never felt in my life. And so I looked down at my hand, and my hand is now dripping with blood. And so I fell back because, I mean, I was in such excruciating pain. And I was like, oh, my God, you shot me. You shot me.
And Wallace was shot 4 times, in fact.
The Justice Department opened an investigation into former New York Governor Andrew Cuomo. He is a top candidate for New York City mayor. The DOJ's investigation follows a referral from congressional Republicans. They accuse him of lying during an investigation into his administration's COVID-19 response. A spokesperson for the former governor says they have not been told about the federal investigation.
5 on your side has a warning for parents about a possibly dangerous high chair. More than 5,000 WRAL baby 4-in-1 high chairs are being recalled. Problems with chairs include a restraint system that can fail, and the opening between the seat and tray could leave children stuck. The chairs were sold on Amazon between October 2023 and November of last year. So if you have one, stop using it immediately and contact WRAL Baby for a full refund. WRAL Live Cam Network captured some of this, some lightning at RDU last night and into this morning, and it was because of this active scenario that took place. It's still coming, Elizabeth.
I think a lot of people were awakened by it. Here's a look at it right now, and you can see there at RDU some big lightning flashes. Meteorologist Chris Michaels was here all night. He came in at midnight, did the handoff with meteorologist Mike Mays, and rolled video there on some of our cameras, and you can see it was pretty dramatic. And again, I think it woke a lot of people up. Now the lightning is mainly moving out of the viewing area. There's still a fairly intense cell there in parts of Northampton County that's moving out. What we're seeing right now is mainly just some isolated showers, except down here to the south. Moving into Fayetteville, that cell's producing a little bit of lightning. That's going to be the most dangerous thing we see right now. When we talk about severe weather, you know, a lot of times we're talking about hail or damaging winds or isolated tornadoes. But do not discount the lightning. That is also a very dangerous part of thunderstorms, of course. One of the biggest weather-related killers that we have, along with flooding. That last bit of some more intense lightning moving away from Roanoke Rapids right now. Today is a WRAL weather alert day. It's a level 1 out of 5 risk, wind damage, maybe some isolated hail. And that's likely up until around 8 o'clock this morning. And then we're going to get a break in the precipitation, and it's going to be a pretty steamy, hot afternoon. Take a live look at downtown Raleigh here on Fayetteville Street. You can see some wet conditions as we had some showers roll through. That camera courtesy of Jimmy V Restaurant. We've had a lot of thunderstorms. I think Renee was talking about the fact that we'd seen 11 tornadoes in the last 24 to 48 hours with this system coming across the country. We're not going to see anything like that. We're dealing with the warm front now. The cold front will come through this evening, and that could bring us a few isolated cells, but I wouldn't expect to see a lot of widespread severe weather. This morning, we're seeing that last bit of rain starting to lift northward and out of the viewing area between maybe 8 and 9 o'clock, and then some sunshine starts to break out. It'll be a warm and sticky afternoon, and then during the evening, we have the chance of a few isolated cells popping up. You can see the coverage of that is fairly minimal, but that'll be along with the front. If you're headed to a Live After 5 in downtown Raleigh for your proud sponsors, it looks like there's just a minimal chance for an isolated shower or thunderstorm. It'll be hot at 5 o'clock at 86 degrees. It starts at 6, and temperatures will drop on down into the 80s and eventually 70s by the time we get to 9 o'clock. Rain chances tomorrow are minimal, 20% chance. Friday and Saturday look nice and dry. And then Sunday, we'll also have a chance for showers and thunderstorms. And again, on Monday, our next weather maker heading in for the weekend will be a stalled front across our area. And starting Sunday, especially into Monday and Tuesday, we'll start to see more showers and storms developing. This is Friday at 8 o'clock, all clear, looking at nice dry conditions. And same thing on Saturday. But Sunday, we start to see some showers and storms developing. On Monday, they may be a little bit more widespread. The models have been kind of all over the place with this, so we'll keep watching and let you know if any of that changes, but looking at a 30% chance on Sunday and again on Monday. It will be nice and cool, though, starting Friday. Highs are in the 70s. Overnight lows will be very comfortable as well. Ken?
6:21, Elizabeth, happening now in the Doria Traffic Center. We want to get right to the WRAL Storm Tracker out on the roads this morning. Laura Levine, photographer, Charles Bradley have been all over Wake County this morning. Right now, they're one of our local roads here in Wake County. You can see this windshield wipers going this right now. They've drove through some really heavy downpours just a little while ago, but this is basically what you can expect as you're heading out the door this morning. So can't stress enough, get an earlier than usual start. In terms of those drive times on our major routes, right now, very little to no delays if you're coming into the capital city. Similarly, in Durham, all of major routes getting into Durham this morning, delay-free at this hour. You're getting ready to head out the door. Tune us in on the radio. Traffic is constantly changing. 101.5 HD3.
$33 billion. That's how much taxpayer money the State House will vote on today. The cuts and extra expenditures in their proposed budget.
Plus, it was a Game 1 loss for the Canes, beaten at home by the Florida Panthers. We'll tell you how this went downhill quickly right at the start of the Eastern Conference Final.
Ahead on today, the team will be live inside Epic Universe this morning. You can see Orlando's newest theme park during today's special 4-hour broadcast. They'll have a tour of the park's highlights, including the rides and the food, as well as some big stars.
This What's Trending report, sponsored by Rug & Home.
Casting announcements for the upcoming Hunger Games movie.
And honoring a TV icon. Ken Smith here now with What's Trending, Ken.
Jeff and Renee, we're saddened to hear about the death of Cheers star George Wendt, but fans and co-stars are reminding us of his legacy, bringing laughs to all of us.
Hey, what's happening, Norm?
It's a dog-eat-dog world, Sammy, and I'm wearing milk-bone underwear.
Boy, he had such great timing. Trending this morning, of course, the Cheers bar in Boston sharing this tribute to Wendt's character Norm on Instagram.
11 seasons and 250 episodes. You know how many great lines there were? Hey, Norm, what's going down? My two cheeks on this bar stool and a beer down my throat. One of my favorite lines.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Hey, check this out. Casting decisions are being released for the upcoming Hunger Games movie, Sunrise on the Reaping. Elle Fanning will play Effie Trinket, the character played by Elizabeth Banks in the original films.
I can see that. The prequel cast is full of younger celebrity lookalikes. The movie is coming out in theaters November 20th, 2026. So it's going to be a long wait. Yes, very much so. Spot on. Elizabeth.
We're taking a look at radar this morning. Scattered rain around the area. Still some thunder and lightning in a few areas. I'll show you what we're expecting, when we could see a little break in the precipitation.
Also, the WRAL Storm Tracker is out on the roads for us. We'll have a live check-in on the conditions to expect this morning for you just ahead.
Murder trial decision. An Orange County jury could come to a verdict today. A look at the security video at the center of the debate over how a Home Depot employee died.